this is day 21 of the July Junk Journal Challenge, and the prompt is antique pattern. And this technically is not antique, but when I saw the prompt, I first thought of sewing patterns. And so I have this left over from a long time ago. I was using sewing patterns and some sort of collage. I don't even remember anymore. So I'm just ripping this up, and I am going to glue it down with the acrylic medium. I'm not sure. I was thinking I was gonna cover this whole page at first, but, oops, sorry. But now I'm thinking that I might just want to cover part of it. Oh, that's why I had this phone elevated, because I kept bumping into the camera. Because I rearranged my art room recently. Because I had been thinking about it anyway, and I had a leak in my ceiling right above my art desk. So I had to move it, otherwise I'd have to take a break from art for however long it takes for that leak to finally be fixed. They are working on it, but, so I moved my art desk, and when I moved it, I wasn't quite sure if my setup would change, how I should have my phone set up for filming. So right now I don't have it on my yogurt container like I have for the past several videos. I think if I can get myself to stop bumping into the camera, then I think I like this better because I don't have to worry about too much shaking or the yogurt container being in view or knocking it over. It's going a bit over more than I'd like, but I can always cut that off. Oops. Oh goodness, I keep accidentally moving the paper around when I don't really want to. I think that's good for that part. So now I've cut out this quote from Volume 1 of the Bella Grace Book of Lists. And it says, if you are able to find joy in the little things, the tiny light-up moments that string together, soon you will illuminate even the darkest corners of your life. So I think right here, so I can kind of cover up that one spot that I just noticed and I don't really like. So I'm just going to continue using acrylic medium. Usually for something like this I'd use a glue stick, but since I've already used acrylic medium, that's fine. That way I don't have to go over and grab my glue stick. So I can seal it in the same way that I did with the sewing pattern. Ooh, I'm actually surprised that didn't smear the ink, because I printed this out on an inkjet printer, so I guess that's not as water reactive as I had once thought. I cut off the little bit of the sewing pattern that was hanging off the page, and now I'm gonna take this bright pink, well, it's just pink, but it's kind of a brighter pink, I think, Posca marker, and I'm going to repeat the letter J throughout this background for the word joy. I think I'll do a capital J though, even though that one's uppercase, or lowercase. Sorry about that. I realized that my robot vacuum was running and that might have been a bit noisy. But now my door is closed, so it shouldn't be bothersome anymore. This is becoming a kind of joyful page. I'm really leaning into the quote that I used. But I have this iridescent red-blue paint that I'm going to use my pinky to make dots along these J shapes. I'm unreasonably excited about this idea. I just really like getting this paint out because I don't really have, like, a bunch of uses for it. But when I get an idea to use it, I get really excited because, and I smeared a little bit of the Posca pen, but that's okay. But I get really excited because I really like how this paint looks when it dries, because I think it might, well, you can't really tell when it's wet, but when it dries, if you have it hit the light a particular way, it'll kind of have like a blue kind of shine to it, hence the name. And I just always find it really cool and exciting. Whoops. I'll just make this larger dot there. This is kind of uncomfortable, honestly. I've never done this with my pinky before, and my pinky is getting tired. But I wanted the dots to be smaller, so I didn't really want to use my pointer finger, which is what I'd usually use. And I really messed up down. Oh well. This guy down here, because this day is still a little wet, but no, that's okay. I think it'll still look pretty cool. I've let the paint dry, and now I want the quote to stand out more, so I'm using a tinted charcoal pencil in the color of Dark Moss. And I'm just attempting, I don't know how well this is going to work because of the acrylic medium, but I just want to make a sort of loose outline. This is actually working a bit better than I expected, which is great. Oh, apparently some of the paint was still a little bit wet. But mostly I was concerned with getting the pencil into it, so, and all I did was get my hand in it, so that's fine. Now with Purple Posca, I am going to, I guess this color is technically violet, whatever. I'm gonna add a heart over here. I think the paint here is dry, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue. So I'm going to let that dry because the next thing I think I want to do, I'm either going to do like several outlines of a heart shape inside that heart, or I might make it look kind of like a lacy kind of heart, like you'd see in an old doily or something, because I think that would fit into the theme of antique pattern. So I have two sizes of this Posca pen in a lighter purple color, just because I think it will, the bigger one will be easier for filling in spaces. But these are both lavender, and the bigger size I'm using is the 5M, and the smaller one is 3M. I am drawing a heart in the center. And then taking this thinner one, and I'm gonna at least attempt to do kind of a scalloped border here. And then that worked pretty well. So now I'm just making it a little thicker. So could have just gone in with the
bigger marker right away, and then I wouldn't have to thicken this, but I wanted it to make sure it would be easy to fix if I didn't like the result. Okay, and now I am going to make lines from the heart to that scalped border. Okay. That came out pretty cool. Okay, so that is the end of this page. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you would like to know when I upload another video. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.